Hey, what is going on, everybody? My name is Jake. I make programming videos here on YouTube. If you like these videos, please like and subscribe to help me grow the channel. Alright, so this problem is problem number 12 on Project Euler, highly divisible triangular number. The sequence of triangle numbers is generated by adding the natural numbers. So the seventh triangle number would be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 equals 28. The first 10 terms is 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21, blah, blah, blah. Let us list the factors of the first 7 triangle numbers here, and we can see that 28 is the first triangle number to have over 5 divisors. What is the value of the first triangle number to have over 500 divisors? So there's two parts to this problem. The first part is being able to generate the next triangle number, and then the second is to figure out how many divisors that number has. So first things first, we need a function to return the nth triangle number. So that's just going to take a def try, takes in a value n, and it returns the sum of the numbers from 1 up until n. That's all it is. So we'll have some variable called result to keep track of the result, and then a loop for I in range 1 until n plus 1 to include n, and then we just take result plus equals I and return result. Okay, very basic. So that's that, and then we also need a function to return the number of divisors of a number. So let's see. Divisors n. So to find the number of divisors, we'll loop through, go from 1 until we only need to go to the square root of n, because whenever we find a number that's divisible by n, so for example, we're going through the numbers, you start at 1. 1 is divisible by n no matter what, right? And since we don't actually have to figure out what the factors are, we just have to figure anytime we come across an I that's divisible by n, we have accounted for 2 factors, unless it's a perfect square, but that'll be a special case. So first of all, I need to import from math floor and square root. Okay, so it's going to go from 1 until the floor of the square root of n, including it, so plus 1. Jesus. Okay. And then we'll have to keep track of the number of divisors, so let's say divs equals 0. And then anytime we come across an I that's divisible by n, so if n mod I equals 0, then we can increment divs by 2. And this is true in all situations except for when I squared equals n, because then that's only one divisor. So what we can actually do is say if n mod I equals 0, if I squared is not n, then increment divs by 2, else divs only increments by 1. Okay. So just like that, and then return divs. And I'm just going to make sure that that's working, so let's try to see it for just like a normal number like 28. So this should return 6, if this is all working properly. Okay, great, we got 6, and then let's try 25. 25 should return 3. The factors of 25 are just 1, 5, and 25. Great, so this is working properly. And then now we just need to just go through all of the triangle numbers until we find the first one with over 500 divisors. So let's just start with while true. We'll have some variable I to keep track of what number we're on. And then if the number of divisors of triad I is greater than 500, that's the case you want to check. So if divisors at triad I is greater than 500, then we break. Okay, and I suppose I could just say while divisors at try at I is less or equal to 500, continue to increment I. This is just the same thing, just a nicer way to write it. Yeah, so I is 1, and then while divisors at try at I is less or equal to 500, we continue to increment I, and then once divisors at try at I is greater than 500, this while loop will not work anymore, and then we'll print I. Or no, we'll print We'll print trie-die. Yeah. Right? Yeah, what is the value of the first triangle number to have over 500 divisors? Okay, so this should work. We print the value of the triangle number with over 500 divisors. Oh, this one's taken a while. Okay, this number here. Nice. Problem 12, that is the correct answer. Hope you liked that video. I'll see you in the next one.